So I'm Steve.
I'm Riley.
Tax Force is our company. What's the segment called? The segment's called Teaching Riley.
So the other day, a client asked me when they needed to start collecting HST. So I know that they need to start collecting after hitting that $30,000 mark, but what else do we need to know about that?
Okay. First of all, Riley, the $30,000 mark is where the government says you now have to be registered to collect HST when you're in business.
Okay.
And so the actual rule is the month after your sales, your cumulative sales reach $30,000, then you need to get an HST registration.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Once you're registered for HST, that's when, of course, you have to start collecting it.
Makes sense.
Straightforward. There are, however, different levels. It's not like now that I'm registered, I collected on everything.
Okay.
Right? There are some, like the government likes to do, lots of rules that go into should you collect it or shouldn't you collect it.
It depends.
It depends, once again, right? So there's actually 3 levels of taxation under the HST.
Okay.
What I mean by that is there is things that are exempt. There are items that are 0 rated, and then there are taxable items.
And what's the difference between 0 rated and exempt? That's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Okay.
It feels like the same thing because you don't collect any tax.
Yeah.
But the difference, exempt is there's no tax on this. So most medical services are exempt.
Okay.
Okay. 0 rated is there's tax on this at 0%.
What's the point of that?
The point of that is it's easier for the government to say this used to be 0% and now it's 8% or 7% or 13% or whatever they want it to be.
Okay.
That doesn't take a legislative change. We're saying all of a sudden medical services are now taxable. That would be a legislative change and much harder for the government to do.
Okay.
Things that are 0 rated, long haul trucking is 0 rated. Most products farmers produce are 0 rated, right? When you get into medical, there are some things that are exempt and some things that are 0 rated.
Okay.
And this is where it gets complicated. How do I know how much tax or when I should be charging tax? If you've got a business that you're not sure if the service or the product that you're producing is taxable, there's a website here that we can direct people to. And as always, you can give us a call and we can dig into it if you're not sure. So if I've got a side hustle, does that mean that my paycheck from work and my side hustle both go into that $30,000 limit?
Well, isn't it only if your work's a business?
Right.
Okay.
But what if you own multiple businesses?
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you own multiple businesses that are under the same ownership, all of those businesses have to go into that $30,000.
Okay. When you hit $30,000 per business owner, not per business.
That's a great way of describing
Okay.
it. Per business owner. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
That's when you have to be registered.